Hello everybody, welcome to another teenage video. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Jacqueline.
Today we are going to talk about the pros and cons of gay marriage. And we'll let Jacqueline start first.
I think gay marriage is right because I don't think there's any right or wrong way to love anybody. And I think if two people love each other, regardless of if they're the same sex or opposite sex, I think they should have the right to get married and live happily ever after.
Okay, I believe that gay marriage is not a good thing solely on the factor of religion. My religion is Christianity, and God talks about that marriage is between a man and a woman, and nothing else. That's pretty much what he says, and I just also feel that it's not right to see like the same sex like married and together and all that stuff.
I mean, I feel that, like, I know a man and a woman is supposed to have children, but at the same time, there's people that don't want children. And if you were gay, I think that, and if you did want kids, I think that adoption is a big part because there's a lot of kids who need families, and just because somebody's gay doesn't mean they can't love the child the same way or give the child certain needs as a man and a woman would.
Okay.
What do you believe?
I somewhat understand what you're saying about that if the same-sex marriage family they adopted a child, they can still raise them up in the same way. That's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I kind of agree with what you were talking about, but also at the same time, I believe that our world today has also talked about that we've been married like a man and a woman, and basically, if we adopt children and we're married of the same sex and all like that, I think that it's gonna create a pattern, and it's gonna affect the rest of the generations.
Well, see, I think that a lot of people are easily influenced by things, and a lot of teenagers nowadays are getting confused saying I'm bi, I like men, and I like women. But at the same time, like, people are going to believe what they're going to believe, and I think that there's different types of people. There's types of people that are so narrow-minded that they just can't look out of anything else except for what they believe. And, like cussing, say for example, okay, well, a narrow-minded person, they might think cussing is okay, but this is not okay. So what makes it not okay for a gay couple to get married if they want to? I think that people have their personal beliefs, and as long as other people don't get easily influenced by their beliefs, then it is okay for them to want to get married. Because I just don't feel that, like, if somebody just is not attracted to, say if it's a woman and she's just not attracted to another man, if she's attracted to another woman, if she's not attracted to another man, then she's not going to want to get married to a man. And I think that everybody needs something or somebody, and if she's not attracted to a man, then she's going to go out through her life not having a soulmate, and everybody wants a soulmate. So I think that there's no right or wrong way to love, and I don't think there's any right or wrong way to pick who you love or who you want to spend the rest of your life with. Because there's always alternatives around, like having kids, you can adopt, or, getting your wants or your needs. Like, the man is supposed to go out and get a job, and usually the wife is supposed to stay home and all this other stuff. But times are changing, and in today's generation, it's just so crazy that things aren't like they were back in 1950, and it's just not like that anymore. And they're just stereotypes, and I think they're made up so the world feels better about themselves. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what I believe.
Why do you think that like everyone soulmate, because I know friends who are adults who have just given up on the aspect of dating the opposite sex, but at the same time are not gonna go and like marry the same sex, but they just don't. They just feel like they don't really like that kind of person.
Well, there's some people that feel like they don't need anybody, and there's types of people that are alone for 40 years, you know, and they don't care. They have, you know, 2 dogs or cats or whatever makes them happy or comfortable, you know, and that's fine. But at the same time, I feel that almost everybody needs or wants somebody, and I feel that whatever their needs are is whatever their needs are, regardless if it's a man or a woman. It's just what makes them happy. And a lot of people give up, but at the same time, a lot of people give up, and then as time goes by, all of a sudden, bam, you meet somebody. And it's like, wow. And you're just attracted. I mean, I just think everybody needs something and some kind of care. And if they can't get it from a man, maybe they can get it from a woman. Or if a man can't get it from a woman, maybe he can get it from a man. It's just, you know, I don't believe that necessarily people are just born gay. I think it's whatever attracts you to a person. I mean, there's all kinds of different people and all kinds of different races and all kinds of different cultures. And we all have different beliefs, and we're brought up, and some people are brought up Christian for all of their life, but when they move out from their parents and get the kind of freedom, they do things that their family would not approve of, you know. And I just think everybody has something that keeps them going. So
What about for like if they're considering like to turn gay, do you think that like they should consult like with their family or something like that? Because I mean I think that if I were to think like that, I mean first of all I would think I'd be really crazy, but at the same time I would like talk with my family or talk to my parents in this matter about am I making a bad decision for myself? Because I mean, I do agree. Ultimately, you do want to be happy, but at the same time, for the people of Christianity, we that's something that God has told us. We really have to. If we're gonna marry, we need to marry of the opposite sex. And that's it.
right, I mean, I believe the Christian beliefs, and I believe that stuff. And I do believe in the Bible, and I'm not saying that God is not real, because everybody has their own sense of what God is. You know, and all the gods, you know, there's different gods and stuff like that. But personally, I think the Bible contradicts a lot of things. And I'm not saying I don't love God for that, because I do. But I also believe that just because you're gay does not necessarily mean you're going to hell. And if you are starting to think you are gay and you don't know what to do because you think you're crazy, I don't think it's wrong. You know, a person might feel bad for something because to them that's what they have always been taught in life, that it's morally wrong, that you're breaking a moral or breaking a promise that you told yourself you would never do or never break. And I think people start beginning to feel guilty for that fact. But at the same time, like a family who's not approve of gays, and if you went and told your family would just put you down even more, like, oh, you're not gay, or start making fun of you, like, oh, you're gay, or you're this, or you're that. And I don't think that's a very positive influence or helping somebody figure out who they are. So I think that if a person feels they're gay, then there's certain things that they have to go through and figure out for themselves to really figure out, do I like boys, do I like girls, or find somewhere in between.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoy this edition of a Teenage Video. Take care.